It's me, your little boy, K. Samson. I have something special for you today. God is absolutely using your enemy head as a stepping stone for your what? For your elevation. Because he needs to let them elevate you so that they can easily recognize how painful it is to fight the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? God is absolutely using you to teach a lot of people lesson. God is accurately using you to punish a lot of people up there who do not want something good from you. Yes, God is using your life to teach a lot of people, to let them know how much He loves you. That now many of them have now ended up becoming your stepping stone. Yes, a lot of your enemies are your stepping stone. Drop it and say, my enemy, you are my stepping stone. Because upon Mount Zion there shall be deliverance. There shall be breakthrough. So you are my stepping stone. I don't care how much you hate. I don't care how much you plot evil. I don't care what you have did behind. I don't care what you have plot behind. But my God have made you my stepping stone. This is why the more they trouble you, the more you are favored. The more they try to stop you, the more they see you elevate every day. The more they try to bury you, the more they see that you are expounding. The more they try to cut you off, cut you out, the more they try to destroy your energy, the more they realize that you are not that kind of person that that they can touch, that you are untouchable. It's something so unbelievable to them that they end up now as a stepping stone. It's something so unbelievable to your enemy that all that they did, all that they have done, it's not something that God is using for your own good. Meaning that God is using them to elevate you. Instead of them to be elevated, you are not the one that God is elevating. Instead of them to be great, to be doing well, God is now using them to favor you. What a marvelous God. What a marvelous and unique God. So your enemies are losing it. They are indeed losing it. They are absolutely losing it. Why? Because God is using them to place you where you don't even deserve. God is using them to catapult you to where you don't even deserve. God is now using them to place you in that position where they thought you will never be. Because their imagination now, the imagination is, you thought he deserved that place. He don't deserve it, but they know indeed. They know who you are. They know the kind of person you are. They thought they can break you. They thought they can, bring you down. They thought they can frustrate. They thought they can do you harm. But it is now they are now coming to realize that you are not that kind of person that they ought to mess up. That all that they plotted, all that they have done secretly, all that they have did secretly, all the enchantment, all that they have plotted together massively to break you is not something that God is using to elevate you. There is no joy within them. Your enemies are not joyful. Your enemies are filled with pain. Your enemies are filled with With frustration. They are filled with anger. Because now that people are talking good about you, now that they are hearing things about you, they are glowing. They are not glowing because they see what they never expect to see. They see what they never expect to use their own eyes to see within. Your enemies are miserable right now because God is now using them as a mist to favor you. God is now using them as a ways to elevate you. God is now using them as a mist for you to accomplish your purpose. Imagine after all that Haman did. Haman plotted evil. Haman arranged all kinds of stuff behind what? Behind the king, behind Esther. But what happened? Haman ended up being the one that Esther used. Ended up being the one that God used to elevate Esther. Because elevation require what? Separation. Meaning that before you will be elevated, you need to be separate. So many people thought they will break you, they will do this, they will do that. Now God separates their glory from them and use it to catapult you. God separates their breakthrough from them and use it to elevate you. Look at it. The life of Esther, King Saul was so peaceful. God made King Saul in a way that whoever that troubled him end up paying with their own life. But what happened? King Saul, ignorantly made up his mind to fight who God have anointed also like him. Now your enemy, majority of them have lost their gift. Majority of them have lost their anointing. Majority of them have lost the calling, and all that they are now jealous and envious of and waiting for is just to strike you. But guess what? God now drive them out and placed you where they ought to be. God now take their place and use you to replace them. That's why some people say, we are the one that is having that position. We're supposed to be there. Because many of them, God have seen is that they don't deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying? So fighting you is the greatest mistake many people have made. Remain blessed.